Yeah. That's how I'm gonna start this video. What was I gonna say? I just want to talk about my thing, about my world, about my game, about my universe. More and more. The more I'm thinking about it. Oh, I didn't say, I was mentioning food. So, yeah. So, again, most of the, like, there's the old Earth Empire that's like a terrible, shitty, fascist dictatorship. And then there's everywhere else in the galaxy, which is various degrees of small governments that, like, control, like, the system. Maybe several systems, maybe there's an alliance. And there's definitely, you know, some characters... some organizations that exist in the universe, definitely pirate groups that span several systems. I wouldn't say, maybe there could be some criminal syndicates that exist that are, you know, fairly strong, maybe control entire systems. That's possible. That's absolutely possible. But it's not everybody. Yeah, I think if you're gonna look at and yeah, I think if you're gonna look at most people in the universe probably are not eating super fancy foods. They're probably having some very, very basic nutritional, like mass-produced nutritional cube things. Get back here! What the fuck? Yeah, so basic nutritional things like, bugs ground up into jelly cubes, like in Snowpiercer. I really want to try that. Like, okay, I understand the sentiment that, that's gross, but also, like, it's just fucking meat, dude. Like, it ain't that big of a deal. What are you talking about? Sorry, I should not be doing this, I'll admit. But sometimes you bun just... I mean, like, I don't hate this particular thing, right? These two are for the last one. That's my story, and I'm sticking to it. I'm lazy. And this one looks so particular. It irks me that this isn't, because this, like... This... Yeah, this would... possibly fit if it was reversed. Actually, maybe not. Never mind, this I think is the only way this is going to work. What was I saying? I was talking about how life in my universe sucks. I would say it doesn't, but it's definitely like, there is, you know, this sort of looming threat of this, like, giant government that's like, you know, potentially, you know, rightfully so, has people spooked. But, you know. But at the same time, it's not a thing that people actually really worry about. That seems real oddly specific, right? Cool. Money that doesn't matter. Yeah, sorry. No, total derp. I shouldn't have done that. What was I gonna say? Yeah, I mean, there's... Okay, so... There is the hey, like, if you're poor, if you don't have... If you're not well off, then that's definitely gonna be a thing. You can just get, like, these basic nutrient cubes. Yeah, they're probably in vending machines. I'd like to think that there's... Again, I can't make things perfect. Because if things were perfect, then... it's harder to tell interesting stories. And there's definitely, like, small businesses that exist, and, like, small towns, I think. But I think probably most people... I think most planets would be one big city, and then local, like, company-owned towns, possibly. Not in every case. But smaller, either company towns or villages that are, you know, hyper-focused around this one resource, and they do trade with people. That kind of a thing. Nope, I still want to stay in Vega 2A. Just gonna go to a new location. Man, isn't it interesting? I mean, like, I think I'm gonna run into less and less completely uninhabited systems, but, like, isn't it crazy that there are some that, like, I mean, it makes enough sense, sure. There's always gonna be new places that don't, you know, that haven't been discovered, but yeah. What else? What else is there? Ooh, I mean, there's... Yeah, there's a few other things. I'm trying to think, what other food things are there? Ooh, yeah, I guess... because, I mean, I don't want things to come off as, like, super cyberpunk. I don't want them to be, like, super... My setting, I don't want it to be space fantasy. I don't want it to be pigeonholed into one thing necessarily. But I definitely I like cyberpunk. I like the genre. I would think that most of the governments would probably operate off of a more democratic, capitalistic system. Okay, socialist system, mixed economy sort of thing. Like, sort of the idea of like, well, I don't want to. Well, again, I don't want to get political here. I mean, I don't like. Well, okay. I mean, I would imagine that most of the governments are corrupt. They end up like, they offer some of these things. They sort of offer you enough things to live, but not to thrive. They sort of give you enough things so that the systems work efficiently, and people are happy and are healthy and happy and willing to, you know, work for them and aren't, you know, because they don't have the resources to oppress. And they have more important things to worry about. But like, you know, there is an element of like, yeah, that's a potential thing that could happen, like, you know. Is there corruption? Absolutely. I think I already said that. Yeah, and then like, I would think that you might find, how do corporations work? Would you see local corporations making their own unique products? Again, I mentioned earlier, no. In an earlier video, no. There'd be a lot of modularity. There'd probably be a lot of licensing of things. I do like the idea of there being like a corporate guild, a corporate flotilla that potentially just goes around and either sells goods or collects, you know, like, revenue. Actually, I really like that idea. I really like that idea. Sorry. Just like, yeah. Oh, that's pretty good. I'm fed. Not gonna drink the water, because it can get that from somewhere else. So a bunch of beer. Yeah. Until next time, have a good day, great day even. Chowskis.